Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. No, not a malfunction. I'm still here. It's still 3 o'clock. As you can see on my TV, I was just 20 seconds late. I was quickly popping over to a neighbor's house. I had gifted her a few clones to play with. She's brought them down and's got them hanging, and Uncle Potsquatch was being a friendly, dope-loving neighbor and checking out her weed titty plants for her. So, 1 second here, everybody. Let me get outside. We're going to sit outside. It's a nice day. And we're going to get the show going. These are some of the quarantine plants. I've been choking them out, letting them die a bit. They're a little stressed out. Not a bad thing, by the way. Legitimate technique in terms of that. We've got those going over. And these are the strain known as Mimosa. That's right. They were a gift from a friend at Sasquatch Cannabis Smoke Co. And we are, in fact, going to get those going for the experiment today. We got a lot of stuff to do today. Uncle Potsquatch had a couple of meetings that I had to get to. I did those, and it's been an interesting day so far, my friends. But the fact is, we're surviving, we're getting her going. Just 2 seconds here. I've got the monitor phone in my pocket. I've got darts, perfect. I've got at least a part of a beer here. Here, let's pound this one here. We'll get another beer. We'll go out to the deck there and start saying hi to everybody. Don't worry, the cat is not in duress. He's doing his thing where he has his toy, and he's walking around with it in his mouth going, that's what he's doing. He's okay. All right, let's get outside and let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just a second here. I got home with about 25 minutes to the show. I bought my learning bike to prepare for when my Harley shows up at the end of the month. And was getting that unloaded. Then we'll be good to go. Just a second here, everybody. Let's fire up the other phone here. Might take a second. There we go. And I'll get the show started so I can say hi to each and every one of you, my friends. All right. Be with you in just a moment. And don't worry, once we get the show started, we will start saying hi to everybody. I definitely had a huge score. Big shout out to my friend Grant. He is not only a biker, he's an actor, producer, and he also is a mechanic and builds a lot of the custom bikes for a lot of film sets out there. And sold me a great steal of a price on an old Suzuki 81 400L, perfect learning bike in the 80s version of a chopper-esque style. And it is the perfect thing for me to learn on before I hop on my overly powered Super Harley, which I will have show up at the end of the month. Just a moment here. I'm pulling up the YouTube. And we'll say hi to everybody in just a moment. All right, there we go.
It was access to learning.
Okay, 2 seconds here. There we go. And we're back. Wow, we're already up to 50 people. Well, let's jump to the beginning here and start to say hi to people. All right. What's up, Stephanie, for you? How you doing? Trouble with shipping? Shipping what? The Red Maple Grove, good to see you, my friend. I'm also looking forward to checking out that strain, everyone. The Red Maple Grove has actually sent us some genetics to play with. A Sat Dom, but one I've never heard of. So where I may not be the world's largest fan of Sats, I'm always intrigued to grow something new and to see something I've never played with. And I'm looking forward to that. So big thank you to you, the Red Maple Grove there. Stephanie, for you, I just stopped by in case I missed the live. No, I feel you, sister. Oh, you did this like a while back. All right, never mind. Okay, 1 second here. I'm just playing catch up now and reading. All right. What's happening, the Irish Wanderer? What's up, Adam Henson? What's up, Gazzers, what's up, Ganjanani, old mama? Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you. Hello, the Mike, the Safer Ride, Squatchaloid time. Hello to the Red Maple Grove again. Hello to Turbo Grows. Hello, Kermit Frug. What's happening to TJ? Good to see you, TJ. Good afternoon to you, my friend. What's happening, DK? What's happening, Cody Monko? What's happening, Vic Victor? What's up, Lobster Boy? What's crackalackin' son? Good to see you. What's up, James Davenport? Good to see you, buddy. What's happening, Johnny Summertime? What's happening, Texas Squatch? What's up to Warren Bay Levitt? How you doing? Hello to Cape Town, South Africa. How hot is it in South Africa right now? I'm curious about that. All right. What's up, Wonky Donkey? What's up, Nathan Burrow? What's happening, Lobster Boy? What's up, Country at Heart Philly? What's up, Jay Huggins? What's up? Whoa, I think I've said hi to all those. Phantom Spaz, good to see you. Bro Grows, what's happening? Ganja White Mike 81, good to see you, baby. Patrick Kelly, hello, hello. Proud Little Mama 420, baby, good to see you. Welcome to the show, good to see you, sexy. What's up, Luke Paul? What's happening to Eugene Dolan? What's up, Art of War on 2 wheels? Good to see you, buddy. How much does tap water kill microbes like, say, worm tea or no? Well, the main thing with tap water to remember is the number one thing in terms of your tap water that's going to fuck with your microbes if you got a high amount of chlorine in there. You let that water sit with a bubbler for 24 to 48 hours, okay? All that chlorine's going to dissipate, and that's going to be the main thing that's going to fuck up your microbes, okay? What's up, Dr. Geese? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. 1 second here. I'm just going to make the camera just slightly closer here so you can all see my beautiful face. All right. What's up, Quick Pro Grow, baby? Good to see you. Hey, thank you very much, man. Big shout out and thank you to everyone who's chosen to participate in our little membership due type things. I mean, it took over 3 years of a lot of you yelling at me and arguing with me for me to do that, but I won't lie to you, it is very much appreciated for those who are in a place where they can do so. We started at level 1 of Weei of support for less than a price a cup of coffee a month. And at the end of the day, thank you very much, everybody. What's up, Dank? Brown Hairs, good to see you. Doug Days, good to see you, buddy. What's up, Jeff Alexander? Good to see you. Warren Bay Levitt, good to see you. All right. I think I've caught up. All right. So, it's the Wednesday show. Thank you, everyone, for tolerating me having to bump the show an hour. I had to bump the show an hour today just to kind of fit in some stuff. It was funny. I woke up this morning, my buddy Grant, he's a fellow actor, producer, biker, mechanic in our world out here. And he messaged me this morning at 8:30. He was like, oh, so I pick you up at the same time. And I was like, oh, crap, right. We have that meeting today. I forgot about that. And so I bumped the show about an hour just to be able to get my chores done before I had to leave the house and then to go for this meeting. It also led to, I didn't know one of my first bikes was coming today, so she's showing up. We got a 1981 Suzuki 400L. I bought it for me to learn on quickly before the Harley shows up at the end of the month. And then I'm going to give it to the wife because it's the perfect size bike for a smaller lady. But my big boy bike's coming at the end of the month there, you know. All right. How's everybody doing? Yeah. And at the end of the day, part of what we did in terms of when we started the membership stuff, I mean, a lot of YouTubes are doing this. Oh, you get this, and you got this, and you get this. Well, I haven't done the quote unquote membership show yet. Haven't done it yet. And currently right now it would be a tier 2 to get that. I don't like that. I'm going to make it open for anyone who does it. Doesn't matter who you are. Because the whole membership dues is not about making segregation or a hierarchical system. You're all Potsquatches regardless. We will always bring you free content. We will bring you content and knowledge and education for free. That is our testament as Potsquatch Growers, okay? And we're always going to do that for you. That's what we're about. And, at the end of the day, we do very much appreciate it here at Potsquatch Growers, though it is a full-time job being Uncle Potsquatch, and it does help a lot to try to keep the lights on and the content coming for everybody. So I can't wait to see where we go in the next year, my friends. And hey, Warren Bay Levitt, I'm excited for the Big Bean giveaway too, happening this Halloween. We're going to do it. The actual formal giveaway will be done after the show on the Facebook group, so you have to be on the Facebook in order to participate. We're going to hand out numbers in the show on the YouTube, though, and then you have to go to the Facebook group and you have to put your name on YouTube and the number. And then we're going to, as long as it all matches up in terms of what I'm live writing down and giving out personally during the show, we're going to be giving away, as far as I'm aware, the greatest bean giveaway that's ever been done. What does that mean? Not only are we giving away way more beans than anyone ever gives away, we're giving away some very stable, traditional, non-fem, breedable genetics. I was telling my buddy today at a business meeting what we were going to do for the Halloween giveaway, and he goes, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Because we're the brand of the people, baby, and I don't give a shit. We're here to empower you and help you, not stand in your way." So it's going to be great. It's going to be I'm looking forward to it, you know what I'm saying? What's up, brother from another mother? Hey, what's crack-lacking? Just got your notification. Okay, so Loaded Goods, you actually, in fact, got the notification. Good. One thing that's been happening with YouTube right now is a lot of people who've even been long-time subscribers of the show don't get notifications anymore. YouTube seems to be playing around and trying to fuck with us, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, there we go. All right, so let's get back to the show here. I'm just reading here quickly. And well, Doug days, no, they're not. If you know Uncle Potsquatch and cohorts. Long story short, I am working on building a way for us to release our beans. I'm doing it a certain way because, well, the Canadian government's being fucked. So I'm basically a lawyer without being one, and I've been very smart. And I'm not going to tell you how it's going to work because I'm still figuring it out. But let's put it to you this way. Initially, we may not have launched for a year and a bit with the way I was going to do it. I think I figured out a way for us to launch much quicker. So don't worry, it's coming. It's coming loud and proud for you, okay? And I've still got a hell of a long way to go in terms of figuring out everything exactly. But just be thankful Uncle Potsquatch is good at reading fine print. And we're going to get that out for you real soon. I talked so much, my cigarette went out. All right. So it's just after midnight in South Africa then, is from what I'm reading there, Warren. But what's the temperature like in South Africa right now? Okay, so Loaded Goods, one, you do get faster at trimming and harvesting and doing the processing in time. Like anything, being a mechanic, being an actor, being any form of anything. It takes, well, for example, to become a better rider, you got to spend time sitting on the fucking hog, sitting on the seat and driving. Same with weed titties, same with harvesting titties. At the end of the day, many hands make busy work. Maybe share a small percentage of your harvest with some friends and bring them over for a trim day party. That's the best way to do it. One of the best way to do. Hey man, no, I feel you. Churro grows. I mean, shipping is one of the things that we have no power over. We are two small companies that have vastly less purchasing power than our competitors, yet we still beat their prices. Shipping is a bit of a bitch, but you get what you pay for. And remember, even though the shipping may be a bit of a chunk in terms of ordering our lights will run for years and years and years. They're fixable, they're upgradable, they're maintainable. Everything we do now is designed to not only be fixed, you can upgrade it, you can do a lot of different things. And we're here to walk with you on these, okay? These aren't rigs you buy to throw out. These are rigs that you will use and then give to your children. All right. But, we do our best. We do what we can. And just know that even with the shipping, our lights, in terms of how long they run and how long their efficacy holds out for in terms of the parts we build our rigs out of, it will very much pays for itself, especially if you're living in Prohibition land and if you're quietly having things falling off trucks. Well, let's just say there's a quick way to make your stuff back. This is obviously a hypothetical thing and not me advising you to break laws. What's up, Michigan native? What's up, Dank Brownies? Good to see you. All right. That happens, Eugene Dolan. You know, if you think about the old Addams Family intro, you know, about Uncle Fester and farting, you know. Oh, Busby, all of our rigs that we've ever released were the biz. The first Legacy series definitely had some required improvements just in terms of general design, easeability to fix and upgrade and expand on. That's why we don't sell them anymore. It was our first way to quickly come to market, and then we very quickly turned around after 2 quarters and released something in our new methodology of building and designing technology, my friends. But we're here, we're loud, we're proud. Hey, Daniel Andrasi. It's good to see you, my friend. It's been so long. What's up, KS? Good to see you. Yes, so Ganjanana, your mama. The freak shows I will not be revealing in the show, but we will be actually releasing 2 videos after the show today. I've got a lot of work to do. We will be flipping tonight, so today, and I've been so busy and I've been a little drained. I've been a little run down. I'm not gonna lie to you. My energy levels have not quite been where I normally like to see them at. There's been a lot of behind the scenes things going on to get a lot of things going for all of you. But today we will be doing the flip video as well as we will be doing the start of the experiment video with a little squatch, showing why a little squatch blows any Mars piece of shit out of the water, and it's my smallest light. I'm gonna take our smallest light and put it in a big tent. And by big tent on a small light, I mean 2x4, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. Hey, Michael Aisha, you're only 17 minutes late. It's not a big deal, my friend. I did. Doug Days, I've heard about that. The VivoSuns, I've used the VivoSun 6-inch fans a lot in the past. I've never had one catch on fire, but then again, one could say that it did. I had scorch marks coming out of the parts of the fan. There's a reason why when we launch fans on our store for all of you, we will not be carrying VivoSun. They're not good. Yeah, dank brownies, yes. Yes. Respect the government in every way. Never fight for your rights. Never do anything. No, I know you're making a joke the same as I think it. And formally, publicly, we say one thing, but, well, there's a little thing called activism. Everyone take a look up on where unions came from and workers' rights. You know, we had to fight for those, so we got to fight for the wheat titty people, too. How many lights would I recommend for an 8x8 room? That's pretty easy. You could do, realistically speaking, on an 8x8, you're going to go 3 to 4 double squatches. Probably the double squatch rack, especially in an open concept room. One, they're a little bit more affordable than the double squatch, and two, they have a slightly better balanced part, slightly better coverage in terms of how we've designed them. So if you're going with open concept room, that's the way I would do it. 3 to 4 double squatch racks, my friend. Loaded goods, you need to know that Soul Strip, like, it's not like I'm just some dude selling their shit. The new racks were developed by both Brett and I. Brett did the work on a board of figuring it out, but Brett and I had a lot of meetings about all new rigs. Brett and I co-design things. We have chats, we have brainstorms, what would be good, what is needed. Brett is very much the man, though, who goes and figures out how to make that all work for us. Okay. But just know that I'm not just some glorified fucking poncy little face to this. Brett and I are men who talk as 2 growers, 2 cohorts, and 2 lighting guys who want to make the most reliable rock and things for you. And, you know, it's been a long progression over our partnership over the last little over a year. And just put it to you this way. We're very proud of what we've done in a little over a year. For all of you, and we're very proud on things that will be coming. That's all I can say on that one. But we love you, and we're never going to stop, okay? Just remember, I'm not just a pretty face. I ain't just a hat rack, okay? That's my own ego talking. I apologize. Busby, it sounds like you either have some algae or just some little greenery growth, and that's completely fine. That's acceptable. Not a big thing to freak out about. These things happen. I have no idea what this like little roach is from. It's from days ago in a business meeting, but I found it and I'm going to smoke it. Uh, that tastes nice. Death Baba, I think. Dank Brown. No. Busby. No. Doug Days. I've been nervous ever since reading that. Reading what? I missed something. What's happening, Rancho Las Colitas? Good to see you, my friend. Okay, sorry. I'm just playing catch-up time here for a second. Oh, you were freaked out by G13. What freaked you out about G13? There's nothing freaky about it. It just doesn't have a smell. Country at Heart Finley. Hope you got that text, brother. Oh, I did. I've just been really busy. You kind of were texting me as I was finishing my business meeting, unloading my first hog, and then consulting a neighbor really quickly. Like I literally walked back in the house at 2:59 before the show after consulting my friend across the road there about some stuff. So I haven't had a chance to see your text or your voice clips, but I will check it. Michael Aisha, if you look at where you're going to type on the chatty chat box, that little money sign there on the right-hand side is how you click to join. Joe, Quadruple 7B, if you are looking to beat down PM spores in terms of your grow space, not a big deal, happens. Hydrogen peroxide is the best thing to use. Hydrogen peroxide will instantly kill all spores. If you've got a 3% solution and you're doing an after-the-fact clean, I say go big or go home. Go 50-50. Half 3% solution, half water. Scrub the fuck down with that, okay? If you're using it for living plants, I would go 1 part H2O2 at a 3% solution and 4 parts water. Adam Hansen, in terms of calcium deficiencies, a big part of it is very quickly a calcium deficiency is going to move to a brown splotchy section on your plants. It goes kind of a golden browny dark, and yeah, if it's done in congruency with potassium and mild, you can see some on the edgings and this or that. But the real thing where you're going to see calcium being ripped out of the plant is it's almost like instant desiccation on the actual foliage itself, and it dies, and it becomes this brown splotchy dotties, if that makes sense. Raw power, I've been using diatomaceous earth on this channel for years. I have a giant bag of it in my lab. We have many times talked about it. Diatomaceous earth isn't just good for peps. It's great for a long-term slow-release silica supplement. Make sure it's food grade, though, everybody. Make sure it's food grade. Because if you're not using food grade, you got some shit that's like used for like a pool filter or some shit. So, oh, no worries, Adam Hansen. Happy to help, buddy. No worries at all. Well, DK, I don't grow autos. I'm against autos by nature. And don't worry, we actually are developing an auto division here at Potsquatch Growers. It may not release when our initial genetics release because, well, it takes a little bit longer time to set something up with most of the growers who are banding together to create these genetics for you. We don't like autos. But we got a couple of people that already are engaged in the game. And, well, we have one prospect that we'd like to train in the ways of the Potsquatch force, and even though we're against autos, we're going to teach him in our mind as growers how to do the autos. So do know that we will definitely be releasing auto flowers as much as Uncle Potsquatch hates them. Raw power, everybody uses it. Maybe it's a regional thing, because I believe you're in Russia, Raw. At the end of the day, diatomaceous earth is an old school organic North American farming technique. I think a lot of people over in Europe still use it as well. It's been around for decades. It's not a new concept. It is simply put fossilized amoebas from a bajillion years ago that have been ground up into a basic silica substrate. It functions as a powder when dry to a lot of many bugs, kind of like little midget razor blades, rips them apart and kills them. But at the same time, it's basically silica based off of being fossilized amoebas. And it is very common practice. It's very much around. I've used it a lot on the channel. There's a lot of people who've been using it in organic farming for decades upon decades. I think maybe raw power, it's maybe just a regional thing in terms of the colloquial understanding of use. Oh yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, DK. I mean, autos are inherently different in many ways in terms of a colloquial concept of comparing them to traditional photogenetics, and they're different beasts. And for example, if you've got them in small pots, they will develop much faster than if you put it in a longer pot. They send out their tap root, they start to map out their soil availability, and that's what almost triggers the flower to happen there. They're very cognizant, shall we say, to their medium environment. And so, as much as I hate autos, that's something that's very cool in terms of you can actually augment this window of development on your autos depending on the size of pot you put it into. It kind of reminds me of the old, goldfish story. Put it in a bigger tank, it gets bigger. Raw power, don't worry about that. It's nothing like that, eh? It just has to do with we all learn the lessons we learn when we learn them. There's certain things that I've only even, the true growers forever student. We're always learning, right? There's always something more to learn, something new to expand on. And just be happy. It's like, man, you know what DE is now. High five. Hello. Oh, right, Byron Hayes? I mean, DE's fucking awesome. Hey, Ethan McDonald, good to see you as well. Good evening to you as well, even though it may be morning, given that you're saying you're on your way to work unless you work the night shift. But, hey, no worries, Ethan. We love what we do here. The company, as small as we are, doing things, loves it too. And just know that we're never going away. We're never going to change. We're just going to get bigger, like a weed plant. And we're going to keep giving it hard and trying to stand up for all of you. Oh, don't worry, country. It hurt Finley. When you're ready for those lights, let me know, and we'll make sure we build them nice and sexy for you. Okay, Victor says, hey, Squatch, does your Hindu Kush smell like skunk? No. No. See, for me, I've got, because I'm blind and deaf, some would say dumb, but I have a very, very, very dialed in nose, even though I smoke cigarettes. I personally would not identify the terpene profile of Hindu in general, the proper smell of a Hindu. It's not just what my Hindu smells like. What my Hindu smells like, that's what Hindu is. And I would say there's a funk there that to many noses might register as a skunk vibe, but when you've smelled original skunk and actual skunk terpene profiles, you would never identify a Hindu funk as a skunk. But if you're not used to all of these things, that's not a bad thing, yo. I've just had the luck of been doing this for a long time and seen a lot of different things over the years. So I've been able to build kind of my own natural repertoire in terms of smell, sight, see of genetics. So I wouldn't necessarily describe the Hindu as a skunk. But if you're not someone who has seen both in terms of their own natural state, you could hypothetically more than easily identify that funk, as I would call it, of the Hindu as a skunk. What's up, psychedelic psychedelic trader? I almost said grower, but then I read just grow it above you, and I'm feeling well, just grow it. How you doing today, my friend? And also, raw power high five back to you. Raw Power, do you have a bug out bag? I don't, well, it's not physically in a bag, but put it this way, I am a mild prepper. I have enough things in my house that I could bug out to a point. I don't have far to go. I already kind of live in the woods, so. It's not like we live in a city core here. There's only so many neighbors that if they turn into zombies, I have to worry about. 1 second here. I'm just reading messages, everybody. Ethan, I hope you have a wonderful night shift, my friend, by the way. I don't know if you mean Dr. Doom, which is a bug fogging product and other things. And I do play with their products as a transitional thing a lot of the time. And then in between runs, bug bomb the room. It's all organic. Well, it's not certified organic, but I mean it's safe. It's a chemically made version of, I can never say it right, but it's a naturally occurring insecticide. Breaks down in 2 hours, so it kills the fuck out of shit when you need to bug bomb the room. It's safe to use with vegging plants, as long as you set it off away from them in the room and just sort of fill the space. And it breaks down in a little over 2 hours biochemically. So it's like there's nothing bad to it. But again, like anything, DE is one of many tools in terms of the ongoing battle of pests and a bunch of other things that we deal with as growers. So, it's never about having the one miracle tool, right? I mean, at the end of the day, having a multi-head screwdriver is great. But sometimes if you need a Phillips 2, having a proper just set Phillips 2 with a proper handle on it, it's going to be vastly easier to use than trying to put a Phillips 2 bit into that, super all-in-one fucking screwdriver. So having a vast set of tools that we can use to deal with pests and other issues or other things of just general positivity in terms of the finishing of our grow, okay, is a good thing. Having a bunch of tricks in the trunk ain't bad, baby. You know what I'm saying? I hope that helps and that makes sense, but yeah. Richard Borba, Hindu Kush and Skunk #1 crossed is not Master Kush's lineage, by the way. The original true Master Kush is created by two different lines of Burmese Kushes. They come from the Hindu Kush mountain area, but Master Kush is not that. The true Master Kush is a blending of two different lines of Burmese Kush. Not trying to be a dickhead, it's just I'm very passionate about Kush, and history of where things really come from is very important to me, especially as a man who's working with other fellow breeders to really bring back true genetics and do it properly for you. The original Master Kush was a blending of two Burmeses, my friend. But a Hindu Kush cross with Skunk #1, if it was really that cross, sounds amazing, by the way. I'm not shitting on the genetic. I'm just saying that's not what Master Kush is. But that sounds amazing. I'd try that, mate. Hey, I'm glad you got it all moved and doing well, my friend, Country at Heart family, and I'm glad you're in the show, my friend. It's good to see you. Yeah, that's just sun. BC was weird. Like, I was sitting at a bar today having a lunch meeting with one of my film buddies and producer buddies, and we were sitting there and having some lunch and having a beer. Well, I was drinking beer. And we're sitting on the back patio, and it's sunny. We looked through the bar, and it's about 35, 40 feet down on the other side, and it's raining. Sun on the back patio, 35, 40 feet that way, and it's raining. And welcome to British Columbia. It is the only province in Canada that truly can have all 4 seasons in one day. Typically, if you're asking raw power, do I normally add in those types of things? No. I normally don't fuck around with adding that shit in just because it's right now with the way I'm running things. I don't need to do that. But for me, it's kind of like, no, I'm going to play with something eventually, and I've done a lot of things in the past. I mean, one thing I'm looking forward to is eventually get to a place where I can kind of do super soils my way. It's an augmented update that I developed as a kid or a young person from Subcool stuff. Subcool was the first one who, reading his articles, talked about his super soil and stuff, and that's where I started as a kid playing with all those things. So I'm really looking forward to doing that on the channel, but right now, no. I've got a little bit of beneficial fungal action there in my soil, but I haven't added anything else there. I'm still doing it. Rick R says trim 4 plants going to take 2 hours. Do you mean trimming the finished product? Depends on how big the plants are, Rick R. You can't make a definitive statement. There's many sizes of plants. Vilma Dickfit says, was trimming my outdoor, and as I was getting into one of them, I started to see little spider mites. I wouldn't say it's infested, but could I bubble hash it, or best just throw it all out? No, okay, if you've got some spider mites, let's say, on your fucking finished product, let's say it's just small, it's not an infestation, it was just kind of late onset, something that happened on it, you can bud wash. Big advocate, especially for outdoor, bud wash your shit. It's been outside. It has been controlled in your environment anyway. You never know what's in it. So doing a general bud washing outdoor is always advisable. And if it's not like you got seriously fucked by spider mites aren't destroying or making your pot bad in terms of the cannabinoids themselves present. And if it's very mild, you can easily just do a bud wash at the end and dry. That's just truth. But if you are worried about it, still do a bud wash, dry them out, do it up, and then you could totally go make that into a bubble hash, and just make sure that maybe pop out a few of the medium screens. So you're only or not pop them out. I mean, make sure you have a cup, pop them in, because a lot of people will run less bags than the actual kit comes from. So I'd run a couple of filters there, just in case you've got any little babies that might slip through and break down a little bit. And then that way you're at least making a bubble hash. But I mean, I would personally, especially for personal use, that's completely safe. I wouldn't freak out about doing it. As long as you do a proper bud wash, that's going to get all the shitty crap out. And anyone's going to get persnickety about something like that and anal retentive about it, it's fucking outdoor. So, like, what do you expect? Like, so I think it'd be cool, man. I think you should be good. I wouldn't freak out. Don't trash it. Don't throw it out. We can do things. What's up, Kevin K208? Good to see you, buddy. A UFO story. You're always asking about ghost stories, though, Raw Power. We are going to be doing the live stream, though, on the property where we caught what I think is an alien thing. But that's just my personal humble 2 cents on it. But we're going to be doing a special live stream show. Thanks for bringing that up, actually, Raw Power, because I should talk about this show so people have the chance to be aware of it. So we're doing a special live stream on the full moon of Halloween. There's going to be not just me, a number of different people are coming out for the show. We're going to be doing it on the haunted property, the alien property, the fairy property, call it what you will. Our friend Sasquatch Cannabis Smoke Co., little company down the road, cohorts in the army. We're going to go do a live stream there, and that's where we're going to be doing the super duper giveaway. We're also going to be doing an investigation to see what we can find. It will be a good time. I already have my costume picked out. Do you? Yep. No, it's going to be fun. I bought a bunch of random things at the store, and I've come up with what my costume's going to be for the show. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. And I've identified what it is, and I think some of you will at least have a laugh at it. I'm just reading. What's up, Weedy Low? Just chilling, my friend, doing the show. How you doing, Weedy Low? Yeah, it's a special live stream, Ride Powder. It's happening on Halloween for everybody. We're doing the basically probably one of the most epic, either the most epic bean giveaway that's ever been done, or one of them.
One lucky winner who participates in the full moon Halloween Potsquatch special will also have to be part of the Facebook group, because it's actually going to be finished on the Facebook group. There's kind of steps to it. You've got to be here in the show, and you have to say, I would like to enter in the show, and then I'm going to give you a number. I'm going to write your number down and your name on YouTube. Then you're going to have to go to the Facebook group and say, my name on the YouTube is this, and Potsquatch gave me this number. If it all checks out, you will be entered into a live giveaway that'll be done on the Facebook group after the show. What do you get if you win? You get 20 alien OG beans, non-fem rag breeder, middle grade. You get 10 Northern Lights true old school, baby. 10 regular, non-fem, stable. You get 5 Grandpa's Nutsack, to my understanding, a very hard-to-come-by strain developed by some redneck motherfuckers down in Oregon. As far as the story goes, I've never personally grown this one, but it's supposedly really hard to get. And my God, does it frost the fuck up. You're also going to get some color vision beans. What's color vision? Well, it's an old school strain from the 80s that basically went extinct, but our friend Dale, well, he brought it back. Technically did it for another buyer. They don't want it anymore. So it's now ours. It's Potsquatch color vision.
Iridescent leaves, my friends. The fan leaves are iridescent. So we're going to give away some of those. And they're also giving away a mystery bag. And then I'm going to throw in some Alien Rift as well. And if the K-Town Kush beans show up before they, that'll be something out of New Zealand we'll throw in there. Hell, to be honest with you, the list kind of keeps growing, because like all of us are breeders working together for the brand now and building this all for you. So we're all kind of getting excited about doing who does that? Well, we do that. Biggest fucking giveaway ever in terms of just stable, breedable, sexy genetics. Names that are so hard to find in a good state. And we're going to give one lucky person. It's just going to get all this shit. It was funny. I was talking to Dale the other day about this giveaway, and I was like, bro, for the normal grower, man, this is years of growing kind of deal. Stops for a minute. He's like, fuck, man, you're right. I'm very excited about this, so it's going to be a good thing. Gassers, I know you love your outdoors, okay? But you know I'm an hardcore indoor guy, and you know I like teasing you, so deal with it. Tom Sobs. Well, you'd have to probably live close enough for me. We can meet up. I'll smoke you one, Tom. If you're in my hood, buddy, we can smoke one, brother. Victor. Top dressing with Epsom salt can happen and be beneficial. I'd go on the lighter side when top dressing in terms of cannabis. I find the magnesium sulfate of the Epsom itself with top dressing, even though slow release, can sometimes release too fast and create issues. That's where I'm a bigger fan of actually. It's hard to dissolve, but you can make Epsom salt dissolve into your watering and your feed. So I mean, if you're going to incorporate it, I prefer doing it at a quick draw and stay on top of daily feeding. If you're doing outdoor, you can do it, but again, if you're going to top dress with Epsom salt, less is more when it comes to a top dressing approach on that one, in my humble 2 cents. So just be careful. But I hope that helps. Well, Country at Heart Finley, I mean, you gotta make sure your kid has a good time at Halloween. But I will try to make it a little bit of a later West Coast time. So for the parents on the East Coast of North America, it'll be later for you, so you can participate. I'll try to make it late enough that parents who are on the West Coast of North America can at least find a way to participate. And for Europe, it should be in the morning for you. So, and it's going to happen after the show. So we have to do the whole show before it even happens. You just have to show up in the show, participate, then go to the Facebook group, and then that's the thing. Okay, we're doing that for legal reasons. Because we can't formally do something through YouTube, and we want to try to respect YouTube but still be ourselves. So we will then host the actual giveaway
through Facebook, because there's technically nothing wrong if I'm just giving people numbers to something. I mean, let's be fair. I leave my videos on YouTube. YouTube can watch this and be like, well, okay, well, we know what you're talking about. I'll be like, great. Well, I didn't technically host that, though, through your platform. And at least I can argue it that way. But anyway, we're just trying to be smart while trying to be there for you. It's going to be a good time, though. But happy Halloween, everybody. I got my costume ready to go. It's going to be good. Grandpa's ball sack. But it was technically nut sack. The actual formal name, Raw Power, is Grandpa's nut sack. What's up, baby boy? Good to see you, buddy. Fuck, how far behind am I? Daniel Witt, in terms of using mild neem treatments in terms of outdoor leading up through vegetation window until they start to flower, you can totally do that. It's called preventative maintenance. There is no neem in Jake's, but Jake's also functions as a preventative as well as a deterrent. So yes, you can very much do that, but be careful. Don't go too heavy on the neem, because even neem can really fuck your shit up if you go too heavy. So just be careful. I'm just trying to catch up here. Oh, so Dale's also saying we've now added Ghost Train Haze Beans to the giveaway as well. See, I told you, the list is growing by the day, everybody. And right now, let's be honest, it's only October 21st. It's happening on the 31st. There's 10 more days for a bunch of weird breeders who are just really getting excited about giving someone like just this super duper uber fucking pack of beans. So I think that's what happened. You know, we had the initial list on it, and then it just keeps growing. Oh, nice, Christopher. The next Karma Cup, as long as another one happens one day, we have every intention of entering in every flower category that's there. I'm doing well, Fingerlinks. How you doing, my friend? Raw Power, most of the street lights from back in our hood days as kids were usually about 650s, usually they seemed. Sometimes they were about 3 or 4s. It depended on the light setup and what part of town. Well, thank you very much, Daniel Witt. I gotta say, that's a very nice thing to say. I'm glad my weird stupidity of how I am could make your day better. That makes me happy. I like that. So thank you for sharing. I think I'm caught up now, Johnny Summertime. I did. But see, I talk too much and then I get distracted. So sometimes I miss things, and I'm sorry. That's where we take a moment of the show to say big shout out to all of our moderators, everybody, who actually are there trying to help me run the show as a crazy idiot that I am, and answering questions and paying attention to all that. Raw Power, that was actually a generator being run on the other side of the street. One of my neighbors, he likes to be a mechanic and fuck around with stuff. So in the end of power, when we have power outage, his generator automatically fires up. I gotta go get mine, lug it out, and then wire it and shit. But I think sometimes he runs it when he's working some tools in his shop, and that's actually just right across the street. My good friend Fred. That was Fred killing his Jenny. So. Jose Canella, in terms of Green Planet products in general, I am a big advocate of the initial original 3-part system, and then you can buy their secondaries and play on top of that. But Green Planet 3-part is the way you start building your shit. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know if they call it a GP3 now, if that's what they call it. It was the 3-part system initially released because every main company in North America produces a 3-part. That's kind of how we do it. Right now, in terms of Green Planet products in the house, I'm playing with the Green Planet 3-part. I've got their Vita Thrive. I've got resin. I've got their ProCal. Liquid weight. Not using their humic acid this time, but I might try one of their bloom boosters this run for fun. Ganja Wizard, I think I missed the first part of your question. Where was it? Oh, I just read the first part. Couldn't I do a collaboration with Remo? I mean, I'm not against it, but they'd have to be willing to change the formula a little bit. There's certain things I don't like about how their nutrients seem to work with plants. And if Remo would like to do a collab, though, as a video, I would totally do that. Dude, the man's a fucking Canadian pot legend. And was one of the original OG YouTube motherfuckers. I would be honored and happy to do a video with him if you wanted to do one, bro. Like, the man's, like, fucking legend. Does he do everything the way I would do it? No. But that's okay. We're allowed to be different. But I'd love to do that. Whether it was a nutrient line or a video, I'd do either or. But yeah, so Ganja Wizard, I apologize. I missed the first part of your your question. No, Jose Canela, Remo nutrients are really good nutrients, okay? I'm just being a curmudgeon who's persnickety. I just find them a smidge salty and can be a little harsh to the plants, and I don't trust the, optimized pitching nature and blood. I don't know. I'd like them to show me the exact breakdown of what they're doing to make them. Every time I've played with them, totally dialable in, work real well, okay? But they're just not conducive to my personal style. I like the Green Planet products because they're very easygoing on the plant. I figure a nutrient system, even if I make a boo-boo and I go a little hard on something that maybe I shouldn't, that's more forgiving to the plant, strikes me as more natural. That's my personal approach. That's my humble 2 cents on it. But Remo's newts are good. I have a lot of friends who are great growers, who have great results, who swear by them. They're not my personal cup of tea. But that's my right as a grower, and it's your right to like them. And I'll defend your right to either way every day. Raw power, I have read about that. I mean, at the end of the day, just different light wavelengths in terms of how camera optics work can pick up a lot of shit. The greatest theory when you do magic mushrooms is the fact is it's interacting with your hypothalamus. Imagine it's like a valve. Imagine it's this open normally. On enough shrooms, it's a hell of a lot more open. So maybe we're not tripping out that much. We're actually just seeing some of the other shit around us that we normally aren't perceiving. So no, man. Do I have personal proof of old UV, TAC, night vision, picking up ghosts? Not me personally, but is it a hard sell in my head for that to be hypothetically totally a thing? Fuck no. It makes a hell of a lot of sense scientifically, so. No, I don't, Rob Power. Oh, it's going to be good, Jason A. It's going to be a great giveaway, I tell you. I do apologize, everyone, if I'm a little bit tired. It's just been a long morning. It was a funny day, though, for Uncle Potsquatch. Uncle Potsquatch woke up, and I was like, all right, so I need to go and water the plants there. I'm going to do some stuff, and I'm going to give them a rest before we do the video later today, and we're going to train the plants, stream the plants, and then about 8:30, my close friend and cohort in the industries, Grant calls me and he goes, am I picking you up at the same time? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's great. Fuck, I totally forgot. But anyway, it was a great meeting. Had a good meeting, good time. Bought a motorcycle today, too, from the meeting. It was great, and it was good. And it'll be my learning bike, so I don't kill myself on the new Harley. And then it'll be the perfect bike to give to Mrs. Potsquatch. Hey, yo. So I'm trying to keep up right now. I kind of went from literally getting home and then 30 seconds show time, and I'm just doing it. But we're going to make it work. I think just, pour some more beer on it. We should be good. All right. Yes, it's that time. One more beer and two, a live stream during the live stream. Whoopsie. Hello, puppies. Good to see you. I will see you after the show. Oh, hell yeah, proud little mama. Will do.
Dude, that sounds amazing. It's King Savage, baby. What part of the world are you growing it in? Is it late flower right now? You should take a cutting or two, try to keep it alive, so one day I'll find you in the world, and I'd like to meet it. The sample kit. Well, what comes in the sample kit from Green Planet? I'll give you my honest 2 cents on what it's got. I personally don't buy kits. I don't want someone to pre-decide what I'm going to use. Now, mind you, one day on our store, I might market like Uncle Potsquatch's kit. What would Potsquatch do? I mean, we might market that one day, but know that if I create a kit or release a kit, I will do it as an anal retentive asshole who hates kits. So you know it's going to be comprehensive. And if the fucker don't work, I ain't going to sell it. So, you know what I'm saying. It's about honesty and reliability, in my opinion. And also, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure all of you out there are okay with spending your money on things that are actually reliable and work. If I actually buy these things, I have the tools that, with a little bit of ingenuity and growing, I can create marijuana. That sounds nice. I figured that's the best business model to go with for anybody. Whoop! Shit. Sorry. I'm carrying around the tripod, but it's got the wide stance on it, so I'm hooking it on shit. Last time, I, at least as a consumer, hate wasting money on crap that's bullshit, a waste of time, or don't work. So, I don't know. That's where we're kind of approaching everything at Potsquatch Growers, as a pragmatic, realistic thought as the grower, I guess. Oh yeah, no, Vilma Dickfit, Remo Dunn is a dude. I don't know him either personally. One day maybe I'll meet them. All right, how far behind am I again? God damn it. Nice. How far into your flip are you, the Red Maple Grove? I'm just reading, everybody. I'm catching up here. Rancho Las Colitas. Aha, good question. Okay, so the difference is the chip that's being built into it, Reverend Veritas. One's available at a 3500 Kelvin. The other one's a dually thicker strip that works out to an average of maybe about 3700 Kelvin. Personally, I feel the rig has a better color of light, a better setup, and a better coverage and power balance with the 301H X2 version in the 6-bar. That is the quintessential best option on those two in my mind. I also just like more barrels and more power and stuff, and I'd rather, spread out my dial a bit personally and have better coverage. But that's the real difference there. It's just the Kelvin spectrum point. One's a dually that goes out to an average 37. One's coming out as a straight 3500 chip on the 301H, and it's got a few more bars and a little bit better balance. That's the main real difference. Other than that, same fucking design, same fucking power, same replaceability, upgradability, refixability to it. It's just about how we finish the rig. Yeah, I hope that helps. Cheers back at you, AG Growth. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, I feel you, proud little mama. And, at the end of the day, it was funny because I was talking to him about that and the Kitchener made stuff. And I'm not hating on, dude. I mean, I stand with any other lighting brand in Canada, especially as a Canadian. I'm a proud Canadian. I'm, technically our brand is a dual brand of both Canada and America. We're two little companies. One's American, one's Canadian, working together. Nothing wrong with that. Shows you what happens if you get a Canuck and a Yankee together, But, yeah. I mean, can you blame him? I mean, come on. I mean, it's like, it's just one thing to believe, and I love that.
I'm sorry, though, that they broke your husband. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't keep it local. I'm sorry. Raw Power, you've read a lot about the feline composition. I dig it, man. I'm into it, man. I love all that kind of shit. So Nathan Burrow, what we do our best to, and part of why we rebuilt lights and built them in smarter, simpler ways that work better, though, and ways that we can not only put them together a little bit easier for you, but also at the same time, because the Legacy series, we hand drilled shit. That's Brett was just sitting there like, everything's uniform now and easily fixable. So we're a hell of a lot quicker. I'd say we sped up our production time like realistically like 75% just with the new builds alone. And so we do our best, our darndest, to have things built to order and in the post in 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes us a little bit longer. Sometimes we've got more rigs, quote unquote, on the shop block, shall we say, than other weeks. So that can fluctuate a bit. Again, we are smaller companies, building shit custom order for you. You call us and order your lighting hot rod. Well, cocksucker, I'll tell you, we build it for you. Ready to go, special. But that's typically what we shoot for. With larger orders, sometimes our favorite way to do, like if you're ordering a shitload of rigs, like some people order 10, 20, 30, we'll do those in waves, but there's always ways around production about that, right? Because we're still building them to order for you. And part of that is if you want a slightly longer cable or shorter cable or this or that, we want to be able to kind of make it this intimate, organic thing for you. I mean, it's your rig, it's your baby, it's your hot rod, it's your rig that's going to be upgradable and fixable. So we should make it special. I don't know about you, but we feel that way as two little companies working together to make lights. So, but yeah, that's what we shoot for. Long-winded. I'm sorry. I'm a little stoned. Had a few beers, but that's the honest to God truth. But Ruben Leal Jr., you didn't know this was live? No, we're live, buddy. What's up, Ruben? Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Jason Houlihan? Good to see you, my friend. Hell yeah, man. Let's smoke one, son. One second here. I'm trying. Oh, also, everyone, I found out because, well, like, I don't do birthdays. I forgot my own damn dad's birthday this month. Felt like a dick. My wife remembered at least, so that was good. But, so yesterday was Snowflake, the boss's birthday, everybody. I found out today. Sorry I missed it, Snowflake, but I hope this makes up for it. Everybody, Snowflake the boss aged yesterday. Happy aging day. Happy popping out of a vagina day, my friend. And welcome to the planetoid Earth. Happy birthday, Snowflake. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Looks smashed. Fuck, I've only had a few beers. I'm tired. I've been very busy recently. I've been doing a lot of things, my friends. Proud little mama 420. We're all a little broken. Best of us are. Shows we have a heart, existence, and we're human. Oh, veg is easy, Brian. So basically, what I would do for a quick potassium thing is get some brown banana peels, make yourself a tea, reduce it down a bit, water it in 1 part that, 2-3 parts water. Boom. Plant's going to love it, brother. Banana peels are huge, especially if you let them break down a bit. Like, that's going to give you an instant just injection of beautiful potassium there. For your plants. So that's a very quick, easy way to get some potassium in there, my friend. Ruben Leal Jr., I will say this. I'm glad you're enjoying the product. I and many in our community have some very stark views, maybe, on Mars Hydro builds. But we are a place for all people. And if you're happy and enjoying it, my God, I'm so happy. And I'm glad your plants are happy, because that's important. So, yes. What's up, Snowflake? Oh, 100%, man. And Jason Houlihan, that's where the beauty of phenotype options are, and then how irritating unstabilized genetics can be at the same time. You had a blunt rolling dream, Raw Power. That's pretty cool, man. That's the power of the blunt thing. I like it. Hey, no worries, Nathan. We believe in what we do. Our heart goes into everything we do here. So, and Brett's heart does too. Like Brett really truly wants to build you the sexiest shit he can. Like every time he puts a rig together, just know that like that old deadhead hippie is just loving weed titties, loving all of you, and building those lights for you down in California. We're probably eventually going to start building some of them up here too, but that'll come in time. All in time. Fuck, how far behind am I? Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Not that bad, but... no, so Brian, just wait till they go right fucking brown, and then you're going to make a tea. So you're going to simmer them on low for a few hours. Make a banana peel tea. It's going to be real good. On our lights? Well, Brian, we only use Samsung diodes, if that's your question. Sweet dreams, Raw Power. Thank you for joining the show, my friend. All right, yeah. Snowflake, can we ask how old you turned? Or is that rude? How old are you now, Snowflake the boss? Brian, go the 3500H. That's my personal preference. So if you want to go, like, what would I buy from me? Like, what would Potsquatch buy for himself? I would be picking the 3500H. On the racks, that's an X2. On the Squatch, that's the X4. On a little Squatch, that's an X4 board little Squatch. Yeah. I'm into the 301H, baby. That 3500 Kelvin color makes me happy. Make the titties happy, too. All right, so basically you're living in 3 decades then, Snowflake. Awesome. Well, hey, man, that's the way to be. Hopefully you live forever then. If you're living in 3 time periods, who's to say when you're supposed to go? That's just basic math. I hope everyone's having a good show. I hope it's entertaining, enjoyable as usual. I apologize. I do feel a smidgen tired, but kind of just hit the ground running. A lot of days these days, I keep having a bigger list of things to accomplish. So I'm working on it. It's all for good cause, so, you know, but I hope it's still entertaining. I hope I'm still here enough. I mean, I hope I'm still just as fucked. You know, I mean, well, we're less fucked. We don't drink like we used to in the shows, but, you know, hopefully everyone's still having a good time. Ganja Wizard, don't feel bad. I was 11 with a full beard, chest hair at 9, 6 feet tall at 10. You know, genetics are funny. We're all different phenotypes, man. Now, Doug Days, here's the question. Which Labatt's did you buy? My favorite Labatt product that's a Labatt branded labeled product is Labatt 50. One of my great uncles was one of the brewmasters of Labatt's back in the day in London, Ontario.
I like a 219-816.
So Red Maple Grove, you could totally do that, but the thing you got to remember with truly making rosin, you can make a basic rosin fairly easily. Where you can really start making some of the godly things you see on the internet is the easiest, cheapest way. Okay, is you get yourself an H-frame shop press with gauge. I paid 200 and was it 28 or 68 bucks for mine on sale? No, that's a lot. It was normally 268.99, and I paid 208.99. So I got it on sale, but I bought an H frame. Then I just put some plates and controllers on it. Well, one controller with the plates, dual heated, just straps out on easily with normal screw bits. And you put it onto the drive ram shaft, put one on the basement or base press plate, and then boom, you just have like one of the godliest rosin presses you ever need. You don't need to go buy a rosin press for all these fancy companies. Just buy an H frame, 10-ton shop press. Put some plates on it, buy a controller. It will work. If anything, better than a lot of these things. Especially if you're just doing small at home for self-production. Even if you need to be cranking out an ounce a day, let's say, you can still do that. Take some time. Got to get into the rhythm of it, but it's doable. I used to drink a lot of PBR, but it doesn't taste right now, so that's why I stopped drinking the PBR. Ruben Leal Jr. Says, how do you know the difference between indica and sativa? Well, structurally speaking, indica is known as the broadleaf, thick, stocky bitch. She's going to be a shrubbery. Indica, in terms of, especially on an indoor cultivation where it's 3 or 4 feet, typically in what we're identifying as a indica is more of a shrubbery look, you know. Quite thick stalks, very close internodal segmentation, where sativa has much thinner, larger, longer leaves and certain things. They can have weird, crazy singulars that come off them naturally. They get very tall and this or that, and they're more like, I might get crucified for this joke, but I'm going to do it. Sativa is like female models on magazines, tall, leggy, and thin with no curves. Indica is like a real woman. Not to say, my first wife was naturally very thin and petite, like one of those. So actually, all women and men, we all come in different shapes and sizes. But, in an indica, she's got titties, ass. That is the simplest way to put it. But we start to identify structural things and how the fans come out. But they're very different inherent nature. Like if you put like a hardcore old school super sativa next to a hardcore old school true indica variation, there's like night and day difference, complete opposites of each other. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we can go more in depth of a bunch of stuff in terms of that. If you want to talk about the traditional associated effect of things, well, sativa's obviously the one we're like, ethereal, cerebral. I don't like sativas. Personally, for me, they give me a lot of anxiety. I already think fast enough. I don't need any help. Where indica is more the quote-unquote traditional couch lot. I'm macrame to the couch. Sativa's not here. Oh, yes. Yeah. But at the same time, remembering, regardless of sativa or indica, biochemically, in terms of the cannabinoid endocrine system that we all possess, they're all different. So certain cannabises will react very differently for different people. That's why I hate this kind of like, this strain does this. No, this strain may do this for a majority of a subsect of people that then therefore you now market it as such, but this is not how weed works, cocksucker. Read a book. But I can still quote colloquial traditional crap, if that makes sense. What's up, holla at you, boy? Holla. God, I'm behind, way behind now. Jesus Christ. Sorry, everybody. You know, and quick pro grow. I mean, I personally would indica man too. I love indicas. I'm an indica motherfucker. And only indica dom hybrids typically. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule. There's a few of them out there that even some of them are sats even. And I love them. Doesn't happen often. Saliva strains, Ganjanana, your mom? Of course I can. Well, no, I was going to make such dirty jokes. I know you would have liked them, but we probably would have freaked everyone else out, Ganjanana, your mama. Sorry, I felt that really funny. Okay, Conjanata, your mama, traditional sativas, there's a lot of them. Like all the Hayes families of Europe, for example, you know, and you're in the UK, so you know, like the Hayes, people talking about Hayes, right? Super Silver Hayes, all the different Hayes. There's a lot of people in the old school world from, like, for example, the guy from the show Strain Hunters from Holland, he fucking has it on for Hayes like I do for Kush, maybe. But these are all sativa-based things. A true original cheese, that's a sativa. Skunk number 1, that's a sat sativa dom. Okay. Cheese, I already said cheese. So there's a lot of things out there, like a lot of cannabis out there, to be honest with you, is sat. I would say in certain senses, sats almost seem to be naturally more occurring than indicas, a little bit, globally. But I personally am more of an indica man. Now, what? Oh, sorry. No, it is Jose, but we currently can't sell it on our sites in Canada. It's a long story, but if you message me privately, I can sell you some. It's not illegal. I can send it to you privately. I just can't put it on my website right now. It's a long story. Well, then you're lucky, Danny Snyder. Good to have the best of both worlds. Oh, 1 second, everybody.
Uncle Potsquatch ran out of darts, and I'm a little tired, so chain smoking a little bit helping me through the show. Dun, dun, dun. I also have a shitload of work to do after the show, but it's gonna be good because guess what? It has to be done anyway. Yeah, it's fun working on your plants. I enjoy fucking around with my plants. Who doesn't have fun with that? Well, if you don't enjoy doing that, you probably aren't here watching this show. There we are. Very cool. Oh, it's cricket. All right. So, Tyler Beasley, single leaf throwout on serrated in terms of seeing it in amongst other compound, aka multiple serrated. That could be a genetic thing, and it can also be indicative of a few other different growth stressors, depending on the genetics. So I guess it's scenario dependent, really, before I have a true opinion on it. But typically speaking, I'm not going to freak out too much about it personally. Well, Apache FPV, I'm just waiting for, Elon to give Uncle Potsquatch a call. Went to high school with the lady he's with now. Claire Boucher, they call her Grind. Elon may not call. Me and Claire don't like each other very much. But you never know. If Elon gives me a call, I'll go grow some space weed for everybody. Doug and Bob McKenzie went to the moon. Well, they didn't go to the moon. They went to the station, the new dragon thing, you know. So if they need Uncle Potsquatch to go down there and go grow some space pot, you know. Well, I think I got some rigs for it, eh? I'd like to grow buds in 0G. I'd also like to grow buds in reduced G. I wish I could like set up a grow space where we can actually change the actual electromagnetic field around the room so we could actually like adjust gravity. Imagine we could like install that in the grow room. That'd be pretty cool. Ganja Wizard. Send me an email. We have some beans we could maybe share with you. Just saying. If you really like King Tut that much, let us know. What's up, Noob Growl 420? Just doing the show, my friend. Tired, but holding on and having fun. Yeah, you know, Snowflake the boss. It's scenarios where I hear stories like that. You know, well, some people are just stupid, and then, you know, meth's a hell of a drug. I hope you're personally okay, my friend. I hope everyone there is okay. Hopefully, he was just an idiot with bad breath. Oh, it's doing really well, Tyler. The Freak Show is doing well. You will see her again, and she'll become a regular feature on the channel very soon. Just not yet, but soon. But they're doing well though. Things are boring as fuck for the first few weeks. Like, I mean, to me, I'm excited because like every little new leaf that happens, I get excited. But I'm just gonna make you wait. You saw it initially. You'll see it tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. That video will be out with the start of the tent experiment. So I'm just gonna put the freak shows in there with the mimosa, with the little squatch experiment fun. So I'll do those, but you'll see it again tonight there, and then we'll get her back in her own space. Doug Days, that's awesome. What are you growing for your first ever grow, bud? That's amazing. Tyler Beasley, no, I haven't looked up other videos on Freak Show. I've just looked at pictures and talked a bit about growers. I mean, I like going into new genetics pretty blind. I don't do back research on them anymore. I haven't done that in well over a decade. I feel comfortable enough in my knowledge as a weed titty forest man. And I like to go into these new genetics kind of blind and learn about them from them. I like the genetics to tell me how they like it. So far, Freak Show is weird. It looks like fucking parsley as far as I'm concerned. But I'm very curious to see what it does. One second here. I'm just playing catch up and reading all your messages, everyone. Christopher Mortimer in Ontario. What part of Ontario? Where in Ontario are you? Big province, bud. I grew up in southwestern Ontario. Oh, don't worry, Doug Days. I mean, at the end of the day, like, don't worry about that. I just hope whatever you ended up purchasing works well for you. But when you're ready for a new rig, give us a call. All our shit's fixable and upgradable. And that's how we design shit now. So, just let us know. Ooh, THC bomb? No, I cannot. The true Hindu Kush, I randomly fell into. I didn't have it from bean. I had it from clone, from a very good mother genetic source that's very old. That's where my Hindu I'm growing right now comes from. Worst case scenario, I can at least make a fem version of that. It's a very stable, old school genetic, so I could totally do that. I hate fem beans. I'm against them, but we will make some of them for you. So yeah, worst case scenario, I can at least get you a fem version of them.
Ugh, disgusts me even saying it, but I could technically do that for you. Apache FPV, yes, in typical, one would say, in comparison between the species, yes, sativa buds are never as dense as indicas, almost ever. However, that doesn't mean there aren't some sats that still make some very nice, wholesome, solid buds, dense buds. But they do produce their flowers in a very different structural way. I mean, you can kind of see it from the get go with the way the plant is. Longer, thinner, ganglier on the sativa plays out to the bud, where indicas are vastly squatter, more like built like brick shit houses. They got titties and ass, you know what I'm saying? They're all like, yeah, bring it, motherfucker. You want to dance? Yeah, I'm an indica bush, motherfucker. You know, and so yes, classically in terms of that, but we do live in a world where there's a lot of hybridization that's going on. So you can produce a dense, hard bud like an indica that has the effects of sativa now. They exist already. There's even plants that look sativa, but their bud comes out indica, and vice versa. That's totally a thing as well. Grow greens, dry sift unless you're running it through further screens to separate the trichodes. You'll never get a melt on that. Um, so in terms of an easily acquirable system, bubble hash bags are probably the easiest way to then filter it out to get the tawny trichrome heads to make that hashish to actually have a proper melt on that. That'll probably be the easiest way. Jose Canelo, that happens sometimes. Let's put it to you this way. I'll tell you the story of what a mother or super mother is. That's a term I haven't heard in a long time as grower. So let's bring it back. It's the concept of the super mother, the divine feminine. Let's say you got 10 traditional beans. Let's say you get a 50-50 split. Out of those 5 that are left, you might get 1 super mother. Let's say all 10 go female, not by fluke, or no, not by fem, but by fluke. You just get 10 traditional beans that are all super mothers. You'll have 3 plants that are the best out of those 10. But 1 out of the 3, she will be bigger, harder, faster, stronger. What you may be witnessing is known as a super mother phenotype. In all Weei lineage, occasionally there comes along one true, great, powerful woman of truth. A slayer, if you will. And she's just harder, faster, better, stronger than anything in the line. That is a concept or a term called the super mother. And as a breeder, as a grower, you're always on the search for the true super mother, the true innate uber femininity of cannabis. And well, then you try to make it fuck, you know, a good enough male. But that's what that means in terms of my interpretation of what you're saying, and you're witnessing this just this one thing. It's like her sisters, but it's like way bigger and badder and all this. Well, my friend, you've met a supermother. You just won a genetic lottery of things. Now, sometimes when they're bigger and badder, faster, stronger in this modern age, that doesn't mean their flowers better though either too. Sometimes the smallest plants I've ever grown produce vastly superior flower. And this is where eugenics and breeding and stabilization comes in to really create beautiful innate strains that are reliable. Again, we're releasing our genetic brand. We're going to keep doing this for the rest of our lives. Make good CPU. Word. Oh, that's okay, Ruben Leal Jr. We usually have 2 or 3 dislikes before the show even starts. That's okay. Ruben, if we ain't doing it right, we don't got no dislikes. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it right, you get a few haters, and we're not worried about that here. But thank you for the love, though. I'm not worried about it. Some people don't like Uncle Potsquatch, and that's their goddamn right. I'll even defend the rights. I will stand up and defend their rights to hate my ass. It's called democracy. It's called freedom. It's called being a human being. Treat people with respect. Be a compassionate, good human fucking being. But you don't have to like my ass. And that's all right. Plus, as far as I'm aware, getting a few dislikes plus likes is good for the algorithm. Yes, Apache FPV, I've made a lot of hash. I'm not a hashishan yet, but I'm doing my darndest. I've made a lot of different forms of hash over the years. I'm just playing catch up, everybody. Sorry, I'm just playing catch up, everybody. Sats also are notoriously bad at pressing into rosin, everybody. Just letting you know. You want a liquidy, high-yielding press, you press indicas. They're vastly more resinous and rosinous, as it were. Okay, so Tyler Beasley, you very much can play a role in terms of making your buds dense or more dense, okay? But it does start with good genetics. That's part of why those of us out there who still do what we do what we do. Even though the corporations are trying to kill us. Fuck, how far behind am I? Wow, I'm really far behind. Sorry, everybody. Well, thank you, Texas Squatch. I appreciate it. Tap on the haters. I dig, yo. I dig. One second here. All right, so time's now. I think we've been in the show for about an hour and 32 minutes. I'm just reading now. My friend's 6-year-old son said to him, "Dad, I know how to dab." And he was like, "What?" Then he did the dance, and his stoner mind realized what he was referencing. Yeah, no, I feel you, Ganja Wizard. I got a lot of stuff that I got to get to as well. Long story short, my friend. Thank you for tuning in to another one of our weird, silly shows, our weird hangouts. You get to see Uncle Potsquatch in many different ways throughout these ones, but I do my darndest to stay religiously committed to doing them, as much as I may not be a religious man. And today was a long day. I got a lot of work to go into the lab and do, but I'm going to make a video for you. And it's been crazy meetings and business things and trying to figure out things for everybody's. And, you know, it's going good. It's going real good. It's very draining. I may not be a fan of how my batteries seem to be a little bit low recently, but we're going to keep going. Keep it hard, keep it fast, keep it sexy, right? So, but it's been a great show. I've really enjoyed everyone being here in the show today, and just know that we're never going nowhere. We, you, all of us, we are the Potsquatch Growers Army. But too many of us now to fuck off. Weird fucking bug on my head. Fucking fungus gnat there, some shit. But you're here. We're not going anywhere. And my friends, just know I love you. As long as I draw breath, I'll keep fighting for our damn rights as people to grow. to have reliable genetics and tech, and to not have governments trying to sodomize us over our fact that we like a plant. Keep it real. Check out, all the things that you should check out, We got the website right now. It's just like a glorified pretend store. I'm still setting up the payment portal, but we'll have that going very soon. Then you can buy hats and t-shirts again, and rolling papers and all that shit. And check out Squatch Lighting Systems. We're growers building lights for growers. We're here to want you to be successful. Because if you're successful, then really we're successful. Because our real dream here is to have you all be successful. That's why the YouTube started. I want people to be empowered to grow their own fucking weed. A lot of you are growing your own pot. You sent me a lot of pictures. Fucking awesome. And, we've been around for a little over 3 years now. And y'all make me prouder than shit every goddamn day. Let's give them hell with a fucking army, alright? Rock a Peace.